what I'm asking.
I'm naked on the horse.
What?
No, nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Did you just say you're naked on the horse?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Wait.
So you're
and
both
see.
bareback?
We're both bareback. The horse is riding me. I mean.
A man looks at another man and says, "Oh, that's an attractive man." I think that's fine.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I do too. Oh.
What happened?
I almost choked on my Hall's cough drop. There it is.
This is the weirdest interview.
I'm so sorry.
The power of the breakdown when laughter hijacks the spotlight. There's something about watching celebrities completely lose control of their composure on camera that feels irresistible. It's not just funny, it's contagious. When we see our favorite actors, singers, or talk show hosts dissolve into fits of laughter, we laugh too, often harder than we expected. And that's because these moments break the carefully crafted facade of fame. Suddenly, the polished Hollywood machine slips, and in its place is pure human joy. Every industry has its bloopers, but in entertainment, laughter breakdowns have a unique kind of magic. Audiences expect perfection. We assume celebrities have rehearsed every line, timed every movement, and polished every smile. But when a joke goes too far, a co-star whispers something mischievous, or someone accidentally trips on set, laughter explodes. Uncontrollable, unplanned, unstoppable. The mask slips, and for a moment, the entire world sees that even the biggest stars are just people who can't resist cracking up when things get ridiculous. One reason these moments are so powerful is that laughter is primal. It disarms us. Scientists have studied it for decades, calling it social glue. When one person laughs, others join in almost automatically. On camera, this effect is magnified. When a celebrity we admire loses it, we don't just watch, we participate. Their laughter triggers ours. Their inability to control themselves becomes our excuse to let go too. Some of the most iconic moments in television history revolve around this exact phenomenon. Think of news anchors who can't finish a sentence because a co-host said something silly. Think of sitcom actors trying to hold a straight face while their co-star libs a line so absurd it derails the scene. Think of late-night hosts giggling uncontrollably as a guest goes off script. These breakdowns often become more famous than the shows themselves. Fans share them endlessly on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter, proving that the world never gets tired of seeing celebrities laugh until they cry. The power of the breakdown also comes from vulnerability. Celebrities often live behind barriers, guarded by PR teams, protected by media spin, and presented as flawless. But laughter strips all that away. No one looks glamorous when they're doubled over in hysterics, wiping tears from their eyes or gasping for air between giggles. And yet, that's when they look most relatable. The untouchable idol becomes the friend sitting next to you on the couch, trying and failing to hold it together during a joke that hit too hard. What makes these moments priceless is their permanence. Once recorded, laughter breakdowns never die. They are replayed on best-of compilations, resurface as memes, and sometimes overshadow entire careers. There are actors who will forever be remembered for iconic roles, and also for the time they couldn't finish a sketch because they were laughing too hard. These clips don't just make us laugh in the moment. They become cultural artifacts of joy, reminders that even in the most polished industries, humanity wins. So when we talk about celebs completely losing it laughing on camera, we're not just talking about funny outtakes. We're talking about something deeper, the collapse of artifice, the eruption of joy, and the rare gift of authenticity in a world built on performance. These breakdowns don't ruin the magic of Hollywood. They create new magic, the kind we never forget, the classics that live forever, iconic laughter breakdowns. To understand just how powerful laughter breakdowns can be, we need to look at the classics, the legendary on-camera moments that fans revisit year after year, often more than the shows or films they came from. These breakdowns didn't just make people laugh once. They became immortalized as symbols of what happens when professionalism collides with uncontrollable humor. One of the most enduring examples comes from the world of sketch comedy. Shows like Saturday Night Live thrive on live performance. And that means anything can happen. The audience knows it, the cast knows it, and when things go wrong, the results are unforgettable. Jimmy Fallon, for example, became notorious for breaking character. Whether it was Will Ferrell doing something outrageous in costume or a fellow cast member throwing in an unexpected line, Fallon often collapsed into laughter mid-scene, covering his mouth or turning away from the camera. Instead of ruining the sketch, his inability to hold it together became part of the fun. Fans loved it because it proved that even the performers couldn't resist the absurdity of what they were doing. Another classic came from the set of Friends. During one taping, Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc got caught in a feedback loop of laughter after botching a line. The scene had to be reset multiple times, but the audience only laughed harder with each attempt. Clips of these bloopers still circulate online, reminding fans that the chemistry of the cast wasn't just acting, it was real friendship spilling through. News broadcasting has its share of legendary breakdowns too. Anchors are trained to maintain composure at all costs, but sometimes the silliest stories derail them. There's the infamous clip of BBC anchors reading a story about a man who dressed up as a cabbage, trying to keep straight faces while failing miserably. Or the American morning show hosts who completely lost it over a segment about a spaghetti harvest prank. The harder they tried to recover, the worse it got. Tears rolled, voices cracked, and professionalism evaporated in real time. The audience at home didn't mind. They laughed harder than the anchors themselves. Talk shows have given us some of the most replayed laughter meltdowns in history. Johnny Carson, the king of late night, was legendary for breaking down whenever his guests delivered something unexpectedly funny. One famous moment involved Don Rickles mocking Carson so mercilessly that Carson had to hide his face behind his desk, his shoulders shaking with laughter. Decades later, Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon would follow in that tradition, often laughing so hard they couldn't finish their interviews. Then there are the actors who broke down during dramatic scenes, only to have those moments saved forever in blooper reels. On the set of The Office, Steve Carell, Rainn Wilson, and John Krasinski were infamous for derailing takes because of laughter. Krasinski once admitted that Carell's delivery was so unpredictable that it was physically impossible not to laugh. Those bloopers became fan favorites, proving that the joy behind the scenes was just as strong as the comedy in front of the camera. What ties all these classics together is relatability. Fans don't just laugh at the jokes, they laugh at the laughter. Watching a celebrity completely lose it is like watching your best friend crack up in class or at work. It reminds us that no matter how polished or powerful someone seems, they're still human when something genuinely funny happens. That humanity is what keeps these clips alive, replayed endlessly on YouTube and stitched into TikTok edits that introduce them to new generations. In many ways, laughter breakdowns are more enduring than the work itself. People may forget an episode's plot, a newscast's headlines, or even a film's exact storyline, but they never forget the time their favorite star couldn't hold it together. That memory becomes part of the celebrity's identity. When fans think of Jimmy Fallon, they think of his laugh. When they remember Steve Carell, they recall the bloopers as much as The Office itself. These breakdowns don't diminish careers, they enrich them, proving that joy is just as iconic as performance. The modern era when clips go viral in seconds. The golden age of bloopers was built on DVDs and reruns. Fans used to wait for special editions or anniversary collections to see their favorite actors fail to keep a straight face. But the modern era has changed everything. Now, the moment a celebrity loses it laughing, the clip goes online within minutes, and in some cases, within seconds. The internet doesn't just preserve these moments, it amplifies them, turning what might have once been a backstage chuckle into a cultural event. Take Ryan Gosling, for example. In recent years, Gosling has become notorious for being unable to keep a straight face during interviews. His infamous giggles during press tours, especially when paired with Emma Stone, have become viral sensations. Fans dissect every smirk, every shoulder shake, every failed attempt to recover. On YouTube, compilation videos of Ryan Gosling laughing have racked up millions of views. TikTok edits zoom in on his half, hidden grins, and add dramatic captions like, "How can you not fall in love with this man?" The internet doesn't just laugh with him, it falls for him all over again. Another modern icon of uncontrollable laughter is Adele. In interviews and performances, she often breaks down when something silly happens, clutching her stomach as tears run down her face. One memorable moment came during her live concert special when a technical glitch caused her to pause mid-song. Instead of panicking, she burst into hysterics, laughing so hard she had to lean on the microphone stand. Fans in the audience didn't just laugh with her. They stood, clapped, and cheered. The clip went viral within hours, proving that laughter breakdowns can turn mistakes into moments of unforgettable joy. Social media has also transformed how quickly these moments spread. News anchors are particularly vulnerable. A single slip-up, like a mispronounced word or an unfortunate double entendre, can spark fits of laughter on set, and those fits quickly become memes. Clips of anchors struggling to recover while the teleprompter marches on are some of the most shared moments online. Fans love them because they're unscripted, genuine, and relatable. Late-night shows, too, thrive in the viral age. Jimmy Fallon's tendency to break into laughter has become a defining feature of The Tonight Show. Viewers expect it, almost waiting for the moment he covers his mouth and leans back in his chair, gasping for air between giggles. Fallon isn't embarrassed by it anymore. He leans into it, knowing that fans love seeing a host enjoy himself as much as they enjoy the guest. Clips of Fallon laughing so hard he can't finish a sentence routinely rack up millions of views within days. And then there's the unpredictable chaos of live events. Awards shows, sports interviews, and reality competitions often produce the funniest breakdowns. When a celebrity bursts into laughter in front of a live audience, the moment feels bigger, riskier, and even more special. Fans know they're witnessing something unplanned that could only happen once. That sense of spontaneity makes the laughter even more contagious. In the modern era, laughter breakdowns don't just entertain, they build brands. Celebrities known for being able to laugh at themselves often enjoy a stronger connection with fans. In a culture where authenticity is prized, these moments prove that even the most polished stars can't resist cracking up when the world throws them something unexpected. Why we love watching celebrities crack. At the heart of all this is a simple question. Why do we love watching celebrities lose it laughing on camera? The answer goes deeper than entertainment. These moments touch on psychology, culture, and the human need for connection. First, laughter is deeply human. It's a universal language that cuts across age, culture, and background. When we see celebrities, people who seem larger than life, burst into uncontrollable giggles, it reminds us that they're just like us. They're vulnerable to the same fits of silliness that derail our conversations at dinner tables, classrooms, or office meetings. That relatability is powerful. It collapses the barrier between them and ooze. Second, laughter breakdowns provide authenticity in a world saturated with performance. Fans know that every line on a talk show, every gesture on a red carpet, every smile in an interview is often carefully managed by PR teams. But laughter is unplanned. You can't fake a belly laugh that leaves you wiping tears from your eyes. You can't rehearse shoulders shaking uncontrollably as you try to speak. That rawness feels real in a way few celebrity moments do. Third, these moments are cathartic. The world is heavy, filled with stress, conflict, and uncertainty. Watching someone break down in laughter offers release. It gives viewers permission to laugh too, to forget their worries for a moment, and to share in joy that is pure and unfiltered. It's why blooper reels often become comfort viewing, something people turn to when they need to lift their spirits. Fourth, laughter breakdowns play into the psychology of imperfection. Celebrities are often portrayed as flawless, but humans crave imperfection. Flaws make people approachable, lovable, and real. When a star can't get through a sketch without laughing, it endears them to us. We love them more, not less, for showing cracks in their professionalism. Finally, laughter is communal. These clips go viral not just because they're funny, but because they create community. Millions of people around the world watch the same video and laugh together. Comment sections fill with shared jokes, memes, and personal stories about losing it in similar ways. The laughter spreads far beyond the celebrity, becoming a cultural event that unites strangers through joy. This explains why certain clips endure for decades. It's not just the celebrity involved or the specific joke, it's the feeling the moment created, a feeling of shared humanity, authenticity, and joy. That's why people still rewatch bloopers from the Friends set, news anchor breakdowns from the early 2000s, or sketch comedy clips from years ago. The laughter never gets old because the feeling never gets old. The priceless legacy of celebrity laughter. If there's one thing that laughter breakdowns prove, it's that joy has a longer shelf life than perfection. A flawless performance may win awards, but a genuine laugh will be remembered for generations. That's the priceless legacy of celebrity laughter on camera. Consider Lucille Ball, one of television's earliest comedy queens. She was known for her impeccable timing and precision, but some of the most beloved clips of I Love Lucy involve her breaking character, unable to stop laughing at her own antics. Decades later, those moments still circulate because they capture something beyond performance. Joy that leaps off the screen and into the hearts of viewers. More recently, think of blooper reels from The Office. Steve Carell's ability to send his co-stars into uncontrollable fits of laughter became part of the show's mythology. Fans rewatch those moments not because they're mistakes, but because they reveal the chemistry that made the show magical. In many ways, those unscripted laughs are as iconic as the scripted jokes. The legacy of celebrity laughter also extends beyond entertainment. It reshapes reputations. An actor known for being serious can become beloved for showing a silly side. A news anchor known for stoicism can become a fan favorite after a viral clip of losing control. These moments humanize celebrities in ways that interviews and press releases never could. Even more importantly, laughter breakdowns become part of cultural memory. Ask someone about their favorite celebrity moments, and many won't cite awards shows or box office milestones. They'll cite the time a star cracked up in the middle of a sketch, or the time an interview went off the rails because nobody could stop laughing. Those memories last because they're emotional. We don't just watch them, we feel them. This legacy also has ripple effects on the industry. Directors and producers now recognize that fans love authenticity, which is why blooper reels are often included in DVD releases or streamed as bonus content. Networks know that viral ladder clips boost ratings, so they highlight them in promos. Even celebrities lean into it, embracing the fact that fans enjoy seeing them lose control. What once might have been seen as unprofessional is now celebrated as iconic. At its core, the legacy of Celebrity Ladder teaches us something about value. In a world obsessed with perfection, the moments we cherish most are the imperfect ones. The times when stars break character, dissolve into giggles, and show us their humanity. That's what makes the reactions priceless. That's why these clips live forever. When professionalism collapses and audiences love it more. In Hollywood and broadcasting, professionalism is a sacred word. News anchors are trained to deliver stories with a straight face no matter how absurd the headlines. Actors rehearse tirelessly to nail every beat of a scene. Talk show hosts prepare with producers, making sure interviews run smoothly. Perfection is the standard. Yet when laughter sneaks in and collapses that professionalism, something magical happens. Audiences don't get angry. They love it even more. Why? Because perfection is expected. But imperfection is memorable. Take the world of live news. Anchors are perhaps under the strictest pressure of all. They deliver stories about politics, tragedy, and breaking events where seriousness is essential. And yet, when something ridiculous slips onto the teleprompter, or a co-anchor stumbles on a word, the fa-aid can crumble instantly. Clips of anchors breaking down mid-broadcast, unable to finish sentences, gasping for air as ladder overtakes them, routinely go viral. One famous example came when a local news team had to report on a story involving a dog with an unusual name. The anchors tried to recover, but the harder they tried, the worse it got. Tears streamed down their faces as they begged for commercial breaks, and the clip has been replayed millions of times. Instead of tarnishing reputations, these breakdowns actually endear anchors to their audiences. Viewers laugh along, grateful to see that even the most polished professionals are human. It builds trust, oddly enough, because it proves authenticity. The same applies in film and television. Directors may tear their hair out when actors break character, but fans love it. Bloopers often gain a second life online, sometimes overshadowing the shows themselves. On The Office, Steve Carell's deadpan delivery was so effective that his co-stars frequently cracked. John Krasinski admitted that many scenes had to be reshot multiple times because no one could hold it together around Carell. The professionalism collapsed, but the joy of those moments only deepened fans' love for the show. Sketch comedy thrives on this balance between structure and chaos. On Saturday Night Live, performers are expected to deliver live sketches flawlessly. Yet some of the most iconic moments in the show's history are the ones where actors couldn't contain their laughter. Bill Hader's character Stephen, for instance, became legendary not just for the outrageous lines, but for Hader's inability to deliver them without cracking up. Audiences tuned in hoping for him to lose it, and when he did, they laughed harder than ever. Talk shows also live for these collapses. Johnny Carson, Jay Leno, and now Jimmy Fallon all built traditions of letting laughter derail interviews. When a guest tells a joke that's too funny, or a host makes a mistake they can't recover from, the moment becomes unforgettable. Viewers don't resent the lack of polish, they relish the spontaneity. This dynamic reveals something profound about celebrity culture. People don't actually want their stars to be perfect. They want them to be real. Professionalism impresses, but laughter connects. And when professionalism collapses on live camera, the connection is electric. That's why these moments don't vanish as embarrassing mistakes. They're treasured, replayed, memed, and remembered long after the polished performances fade. Because in the end, perfection may win awards, but imperfection wins hearts. The future of celebrity laughter in the digital age. As the digital age evolves, laughter breakdowns are not just surviving, they're thriving. Social media has turned these moments from funny side notes into global cultural events, and the future promises even more chaos, more joy, and more ways for fans to connect with the laughter of their favorite stars. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram have become the new homes of celebrity laughter. A clip that might once have been buried in a blooper reel now spreads to millions overnight. Fans create edits, add dramatic captions, and remix the laughter into memes and soundtracks. What starts as a small slip-up in an interview or a late-night segment can transform into a viral sensation within hours. This speed has changed the game. Celebrities are now more aware than ever that their laughter breakdowns can define them. Some embrace it. Ryan Reynolds, for instance, leans into his inability to keep a straight face during comedic press tours. His laughter becomes part of the marketing shared widely to promote his films. Others, like Jennifer Lawrence, have embraced their goofier sides, knowing that fans love seeing them crack up at awkward moments. In the streaming age, blooper reels have also become more important. Netflix, Hulu, and Disney often include bloopers in bonus content, understanding that fans crave the behind-the-scenes joy as much as the polished shows. Clips of actors laughing uncontrollably during takes generate as much excitement online as trailers. It's proof that laughter isn't just entertainment, it's promotion. But the digital age also raises questions. With cameras everywhere and social media amplifying every slip, celebrities must navigate the fine line between authenticity and vulnerability. A laughter breakdown can humanize a star, but it can also be overexploited. Fans crave rawness, but too much exposure risks making it feel staged. The challenge for celebrities in the future will be preserving the spontaneity that makes these moments special while living in a world where nothing stays private for long. What's clear, though, is that laughter isn't going anywhere. If anything, it's becoming more central to how fans connect with celebrities. In an era of constant controversy, negativity, and online feuds, laughter breakdowns stand out as pure, positive events. They remind people why they loved entertainment in the first place. Looking ahead, we may see entire shows or specials dedicated to these moments. Compilation programs already exist, but streaming services may build series around bloopers, laughter breakdowns, and unpolished joy. Imagine a Netflix series highlighting the funniest celebrity cracks of the year, turning them into cultural milestones. The future also holds possibilities for live fan interaction, with celebrities engaging more directly through live streams on Instagram or Twitch. Laughter breakdowns will likely become more frequent and more accessible.